would you believe me if I said that there's coffee in here and not chai? Like, would you believe me? Let me know about that in the comment section down below. Also, a quick shout out to Parth Agarwal because I stole his title. Thank you very much, man. And I hope that you don't mind it. Please, I hope that you don't mind it. Hey guys, Harsh here and welcome back to Technolobe. It's time to talk about the Pixel 4a. Now, ever since Google launched their first Pixel phone, I wanted to buy one because it seemed very interesting, especially because of the cameras. Everyone said that the camera experience is top notch and I wanted to experience that, but I never got the chance until the Pixel 4a. Believe it or not, the Pixel 4a is my first ever Pixel device, and that's why the excitement level was very high when I bought the Pixel 4a. Now there's just one small story. Like a couple of years ago, I went to Reliance Digital with a couple of friends to look at the Pixel 2 XL. I took it in my hand and dropped it and I broke the front glass. So that's a very interesting story, and maybe we'll talk about that someday. Let's hope we talk about that. Maybe we can talk about that on Clubhouse. If you're already on Clubhouse, then please add me and maybe we can start a room and talk about various stories over there. But anyway, coming back to the main point, Pixel 4a is my first ever Pixel device, and did it live up to the hype? How was the overall experience? Well, let's find an answer to these questions. Right off the bat, the size of Pixel 4a is just perfect. It's a small and comfortable phone to use. The in-hand feel is excellent and you can easily use the Pixel 4a in one hand. It's not a big or huge phone, and that gets a big fat thumbs up from my side. Now with that being said, the Pixel 4a is not for everyone. There's a reason why smartphone manufacturers make bigger phones, and that's because a lot of people prefer bigger phones as compared to smaller phones. Like just the other day I saw on Twitter that iPhone 12 mini was not a success. Yes, it was not a success, and yeah, people do prefer bigger phones. So Pixel 4a is not for everyone in terms of the size. But if you're a fan of small phones, then you're gonna love the Pixel 4a. The size is just perfect. It's not too small, not too big, and yeah, it's a very comfortable phone. Now I would say the Pixel 4a is an excellent phone for media consumption, and there are two reasons for that. Number one is that display. It comes with an OLED display with excellent colors, really good viewing angles, and gets bright enough as well. The overall quality of the display is top notch. So if you're watching movies or playing games or in general stalking someone on Instagram, you're gonna love that because of that display. The display is beautiful and bright. Now the second reason why it's a good phone for multimedia is because of that headphone jack. Yes, it does come with a headphone jack and you can use your wired earphones with the Pixel 4a. Now the output from the headphone jack is pretty normal, nothing exciting over here. It's not like it is high quality audio, it's just normal audio. But I am still glad that there's a headphone jack, because a normal 800 rupee wired earphone is still way better than a 5000 rupee TWS earphone in terms of sound quality. You don't have to charge it, it's just a very seamless experience. And yes, I'm really glad that the headphone jack is available on the Pixel 4a. Now there's one more point for media consumption, and that is them speakers. The speakers on the Pixel 4a are really good. They get loud, the clarity is good, and the sound output is not bad by any means. So the speakers also get a big fat thumbs up from my side. Now the next gradual point that comes in is the haptic motor. How is the haptic feedback on Pixel 4a? Well, it's pretty okayish. Not the best out there, but not the worst either. The Pixel 4a is Google's budget phone. It's not their flagship phone and it does not come with flagship internals. Under the hood, it comes with a Snapdragon 730G, and coupled with that you get 6GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage. You cannot expand the storage, 128GB is what you get. Now when it comes to the actual day-to-day performance, here's where I was surprised. I thought Pixel 4a over time will get slower, but that was not the case. The performance 2 months later was as good as it was on the first day, and that is very good. Now with that being said, the Pixel 4a is not a performance champion. It's a pretty normal phone in terms of performance. It is very good for normal tasks like checking your email or stalking someone on Instagram, replying to WhatsApp messages, watching YouTube videos, watching a couple of movies on Netflix and things like that. It is good for normal stuff. You can game on it, like you can play games like PUBG and all, but I would not recommend that because of the smaller footprint and also because of the Snapdragon 730G at this price point. So yes, the performance is great, but for normal stuff. Now this gets me to one of the main reasons why you would buy a Pixel phone, and that is because of that software experience. So this is stock Android and it is the purest form of Android out there, straight from Google. This is how Google's vision is for Android, and that's what you're getting. You're getting latest software, the latest features of Android, and trust me, the software experience is just next level. It's amazing how much Google can do just with software. It's software engineering at its peak, and yeah, you are buying this phone for that software experience and you won't be disappointed. It's a very clean and minimal experience, which I particularly love. Also, I've been getting regular updates on the Pixel 4a, so no issues with that either. One more reason why you would buy the Pixel 4a is for that camera experience. It comes with a single 12 megapixel camera and can single-handedly outperform all the phones out there in its price segment. As I said, Google can do a lot with their software, and a prime example of that is with the camera. This phone is capable of shooting some amazing photos throughout, may it be day lighting conditions, low lighting conditions, artificial lighting conditions, or even portrait mode. Portrait mode was not up to the mark earlier, but with software updates, it got better. So yeah, the camera experience is top notch, and this phone can consistently shoot good photos. That's a very important point over here, that is consistency. It is a reliable camera and you can trust it to shoot a good photo every single time. It's not like it's gonna shoot a bad photo, and that matters a lot. You can trust the camera. Now I cannot say the same about the selfie camera. The selfie camera is not the best out there, and frankly I was a little disappointed with the front camera because how good the rear camera is. I expected the front camera to be excellent and beat every other phone out there, but that's not the case. It's just a normal selfie camera. But all in all, the camera experience is one of the best out there and you're gonna love it. It's not like you will be disappointed with the camera, trust me on that. Those were a lot of positive points about the Pixel 4a. What about some negative points? Number one is battery life. So battery life did not hold up over time. After a couple of months, I was getting lesser battery out of the phone, and that is not a good thing. So if you're someone who's looking for a phone with excellent battery life, then Pixel 4a is probably not for you because it's not a battery champion by any means. It's a normal phone with normal battery life, which will get you throughout the day if you're a minimal user. If you're a heavy user, then you might have to charge it towards the end of the day. Second negative point is that refresh rate. It's not a higher refresh rate panel, it's a 60Hz panel, and they should have given a 90Hz panel at this price point. A 90Hz panel would have made this phone really amazing, and I wish that they give a higher refresh rate panel in the Pixel 5a or something like that. Alright, let's get back to the main question. Did the Pixel 4a live up to its hype? Yes, 100%. It most definitely lived up to the hype of Pixel phones, and I had the best experience with the Pixel 4a. It was one of the best phones out there for me in 2020. I had an excellent experience, and yes, I would definitely recommend you to buy the Pixel 4a if you're in the market looking for a phone like that. It's a no bullshit, no nonsense, simple phone which clicks great photos. If you're looking for that, then I will make sure to drop a link to the Pixel 4a in the description box below. So anyway, this was my long-term review of the Pixel 4a. Do let me know how you feel about this video in the comment section down below. If you like this content, go ahead and hit that like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. My name is Harsh Punjabi, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.